Alright, the next video is Messiah. It's going to be on Messiah. There's 10 episodes. Overall, I give it a 4.8 out of 5 and a 9.2 out of 10. And this Messiah is very hard to read, very hard to know. We learned that we learned from his brother, an interview with his brother, that he's a scam artist and that he likes to create confusion in Discord. And what the director does is it makes you go back and forth with regard to our perspective on him. Is he legitimate or is he a fake? And so we as the audience have to grapple with that, and that becomes very interesting. It's also interesting to consider the concept that people who are delusional end up manifesting what they believe. And then people who give a diagnosis have to reevaluate once they see them have those assets. So that shows, that's an interesting phenomenon. It shows you how societally structured we think of delusion. And then there's the idea of in spirituality where we're all kind of the center of our own sphere. And so you can have an epiphany that you're significant. Does that make him delusional, or is it just a realization, a spiritual realization? And is it wrong to have this? So clearly society doesn't like it. Probably has to do with people not feeling safe, because not everyone has this epiphany right away, so it could take decades, So therefore, it's people don't want to hear it, and they want to diagnose you. So also the question of your own delusional state comes into play, and whether or not you can even trust these labels. Because this guy, spoiler, was sent to an asylum when he was younger for having delusions of grandeur in his 20s. And he helped a professor write a book, and we don't know that. We think that he followed the professor. Really, he found the professor to help him even more with his work, and they kind of worked with each other as co-partners in this cause, and not really. And the irony is that that one was considered a terrorist and not the other. That the one who wrote the book was considered a terrorist, but he wrote it based on the word of this guy who's just not known anymore because he goes by a different name. Now he goes by Messiah. What's amazing is that you can never tell if all this is just a magic trick or if it's legitimate. And if it is a magic trick, how does he do it so spontaneously? Is he that good? And you're not convinced that he could be that good. But the director has the power where he can structure things any way he wants. He can make him seem like a genius, that he planned it all along. He can make it seem like he predicted the weather and came out to Daesh. He came out to the place where Daesh ruled and then coincidentally conquered. Anyways, there's so much stuff going on that makes you uncertain, that it keeps you in, and it keeps you guessing, and it keeps you having faith, then getting heartbroken, then having faith. And then the question of, let's say someone loses faith twice in a row. They lost faith, they came back in, they lost faith. Will they have faith a third time? Will it be stronger? Will they be forced to have faith that time? That's another question. Or will their ego be so tarnished, or will their ego be so devoted, and so that, no, he's the real thing. He's the real thing. And so that comes into play as well. And that's also interesting to follow. So if you're interested in psychology, this show is for you. If you're interested in Messiah complexes, this show is for you. If you just like the way society judges people with a sense of self-importance that would label them delusional, then this show is also for you.